host the Epic Podcast,
a monthly show in which we discuss comic books,
video games,
television,
movies,
our debilitating emotional problems,
and Batman.
So much Batman.
That's the Epic Podcast
on the Nerdy Show Podcast Network.
Be safe, internets.
Bye. Seriously, so much Batman.
The following program is presented by the Nerdy Show Podcast Network, geeky programming for all nerds across the multiverse. All Nerdy Show programming is made possible by the generous support of listeners like you. To learn how you can support this and other fine geek programming, visit nerdyshow.com. All right, so we're back
from outer space.
Where we last left you guys, you had walked into a room, another one of the domes. You had set a sphere into a nook, and lights came on. And then you went into a room where there was a giant creature of some kind made of hard armored plates and covered in some kind of sentient plant, wrestling with something that it found in the hole in the wall. And that thing that it's wrestling with sent psychic screams through all of you. And when it saw you, Bulkhead slammed into place behind you, locking you in with it.
Oh, I forgot we were locked in, yeah.
Yeah, no, I remembered we were locked in, and I was sad.
Could be a good thing.
And also because it means that we were seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might try to run from us.
You think that you're locked in here with me.
So this thing is huge. It's about the size of the first half of the giant mole. It takes up 11 spaces on the board.
So the mole was bigger?
Yes, the mole was bigger. Now this thing has 6 legs, 2 arms. The closest thing it has to a head was just a disc-shaped thing with lights around the rim that popped up out of its top. And other than that, it doesn't seem to really have like a head or a center. Its arms are located on either side of its body, and overgrown the top of it is a kind of greenery that has tendrils coming out that lash around. They seem to have sensed you as well. And the moment the barricade slammed, you get the feeling that this thing spotted you, and a port on its chest began to glow, and the greenery started to smoke.
Shit's an Ivysaur, dude. It's got solar beam.
Well, that means we've got one turn.
You thought you had a friend.
Holy shit. That was good.
Plus 1 momentum to me. Okay.
Yeah, seriously. That was...
Shush.
Don't level up God. That was...
You already gave me 2 chaos points, and I used them.
Yeah.
We are reaping the benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you only encountered one of those 2 chaos points.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was really hoping this was the other.
No, this is actually the boss monster.
Yeah, this is what we were
dungeon.
gonna meet.
This feels like plot.
This is not one of the chaos points.
So it has 6 legs, 2 arms.
Yes.
Is it?
Is it Centauri?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get
No,
a mental picture of it.
Imagine its body is not a actual cylinder, but imagine it slightly cylindrical.
All right.
And there's 6 legs that are
Like a caterpillar.
kind of like a caterpillar, but there's 2 arms on either side of it that stick out. And one of them is embedded in the wall, and it's holding on to something in its grip that looks like leathery flesh, and it's thrashing around.
Everything about this is weird and gross and fucked up.
We should help it. Let's
Hey.
kill that thing.
Guys, I've never seen anything like this. And I haven't even forgotten anything like this.
Have you seen anything that we've seen today before?
No, this is all pretty new.
Yeah, I think we're good.
He'd never even met Bolivo.
Weren't you swallowed by like a giant mole?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot more of it than you have.
And we slaughtered some like possessed children. I think this is like the third weirdest thing we've seen today.
How do we know that's the bad guy and the little leathery thing is the good guy? I'm just saying.
Maybe we're the bad
time
guy.
out.
rush
Time
into
out here.
judgment.
Time out here. Bullshit.
We don't know. We just walked in
What if it's...
What do you mean you don't know? I thought you're the expert.
on Guff architecture.
So maybe if we just start stabbing the leathery thing, this thing's going to be like,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
cool.
You with me?
Thanks for helping. Here's a bunch of Ackies. We don't know. We always rush in.
We got a good place to store him in already. Then,
Yeah.
right? Just
That'll
have
be
him right
useful. You can mark this cavern so we don't lose it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb with things glowing red and smoking. Both bad signs.
Oh, the red, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Wait.
about to get shot with a fucking laser.
Miss
You-
Gilleen.
You glow red and smoke like every day.
When I kill things,
Yeah, that thing too.
my sentiments exactly.
Your brothers, basically, is all I'm saying.
Miss Gilleen, do you know what that is that's growing on that?
Oh, yeah, do I?
Give me a roll. Like roll.
Okay, 18.
Okay, no, you don't.
Even if I got an 18.
Yes.
plus 0?
Yeah. Surprisingly, the plus 0 doesn't add as much as you think.
Wouldn't it add exactly what I think?
Depends on what you think.
I think it's 0.
What if?
Then
Okay.
exactly what you think.
No, did you guys ever see like those videos of like those ants where they get like zombie ants and then something comes out of their head?
I think they.
What if it's
Cordyceps
like?
fungus.
Yeah. What if it's like that?
We weren't there, but I think they fought something similar to that already.
That was the
Did it?
plot of The Last of Us. Or that was the cause.
Yeah, it's the fungus in Last of Us. But they fought some
Spoilies.
bugs.
It's not a spoiler.
They fought some. Was it bugs with lizards?
Oh, yeah. No, it was lizards with bugs.
Lizards with bugs on
yeah,
them.
The little,
Yeah, that
little
was
scorpion
cool.
dudes
Yeah,
embedded in the
but the
lizard
scorpions
heads.
aren't fungus.
That might have been the first fight we learned to work together.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was exceptionally good.
I think you learned to work together in the first fight. And then you're like, we can handle this. And then you decided that, oh, we're still going to fight the smoke giants or even two people fell down.
No. We had to relearn to work together because we had a new healer
That's true. Who just wants to dance with the bad guys.
who immediately set up for that combat to lose. Katie, I love you, but also fuck you.
Stop.
I
she
mean,
was
we were the
fun.
ones who told her to sneak out into that.
Which
that
was the right
situation.
choice, frankly. She got seen, she should just turn around.
Did we ask her to not make any noise, not come get us, and then try to mime her way out of the situation?
It ended well.
That was 110% Vaughn.
I've got to say this.
There was the most Vaughn moment, except
was-
for when Vaughn departed.
Yeah,
When
it was extremely engaging.
when you're taking your cues from Jerry Lewis, things have gone awry.
Hello, lady!
I'm just saying, like, try to miming your way out of there by pretending to be a mirror. That's a dumb 50s movie idea.
That sounds fun and hokey. It sounds like she had a good time.
It was, and she
Yeah.
did.
And she almost died, just like all my good times.
I think it's time to roll battle order.
Do we have to fight it?
Meox.
25 for us.
27. I rolled a natty 20. Okay, it goes first. And as expected, the area that began to glow in smoke burns away. All of you guys leaned in the doorway like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Like heads all lined up.
Cute.
There are 6 of you, so I'm going to roll a d6, one of my new tiny ones.
Aww.
And according to your position on the table is who it aims at.
Aww.
6 is yourself.
Galen.
Aw, man. Can I dodge?
It's going to roll against your dodge.
Aw.
That's a natty 18, so 20. All you see is it burns away, and then Galen just starts to feel hot. None of the rest of you see anything other than that, except for Galen's feathers start to smoke.
I'm on fire, y'all.
This sucks.
8 damage to Galen.
You leave her out of this.
Well, she just got hit.
She has a little bit of smoky bones.
Kelton would like to walk 5 paces forward towards the monster. Let's call it 10.
Oh,
I'm a double move. Or should I? Or do I hit? No one else is within 10 of it, right?
No.
Yeah.
But that means the rest of us have to double move to catch up.
Yeah.
What's his reach?
2.
So Kelton moves 10
It can hit you.
full spaces towards the overgrown colossus.
It can hit you. You cannot hit it.
Really?
That's how Kelton
Oh,
operates.
this is great.
Yeah, that's. If he wasn't here, one of us would be the one getting hit. So.
I mean, I wouldn't have gone.
Well, Galen already got hit, and she was nowhere near it.
That's true. That's
I would have gone home.
So next is its turn, which is, conveniently enough, a slam.
Noise.
Like
with
a
its
body
arm.
slam?
Hmm. And it is 2 spaces away from Kelton, which is close enough for one of its large arms to reach and try to smack him.
Bring it.
10. Oh, 11.
No.
All right.
I think Galen's gonna pause her turn.
You don't want to even get behind him?
No.
Okay. Oh, so here's a rule about holding actions that I think we can implement that's actually pretty simple. I think you can only hold one action.
Like either a move or
Or-
an action.
Or a
Alright.
swift or something like that.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Instead of holding your whole turn. Okay.
Yeah. I think you can do the thing you're going to do and then hold one of your actions if you want it to take place later.
Okay.
So you're gonna hold all of your. You're only gonna be able to act once.
I'm probably, for the next one, I'll probably only move before the round ends.
But you could.
But then you
just
could double
now.
move.
Move now, and then you can
I
move
need more people out there.
I'm
The only 2
You're
armored.
the second
only other.
highest armored person.
Galen doesn't care. Y'all
fucking hate Galen.
go out there first. Y'all started this mess. Galen wanted to go home, and y'all were just like,
We're
I'm not
ranged
gonna go
characters.
home.
Yeah.
We're
I don't
arranged.
wanna
We're
go
never
home.
getting up that close. That's not going to happen.
Not my problem. Not Galen's
It is
problem.
your problem. That is exactly your problem.
Galen don't care.
Yeah, you're already getting.
You're gonna
shot with
get hit.
lasers.
Galen's
Like,
already shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so why wouldn't you
and-
want to stab the thing that shot you?
She's
You're just gonna hang
miffed.
back there and get shot more? Like,
Galen's miffed. Galen is going to withhold her attack action.
Okay.
We should probably just have her sit somewhere else. Because when she's second, she's never going to take advantage of being second.
That's not true. She's done it several times.
How does this overgrown colossus feel about opportunity attacks?
You don't know yet.
Ooh.
Would your tactics be able to tell?
Do we know what its dodge is? It's like 11, right?
You don't know
we
what
don't
its
know
dodge
because
is.
we haven't
Or
attacked it.
its armor? What did
We
it
don't
do?
know.
No idea. Anything.
Nothing?
We haven't hit it yet.
Yeah. Haven't even tried
Guys
to
are
hit it.
The only
Terrible.
person who could hit it on this turn is you.
Kelton yells back, "It's got an arm, like Mr. Bizzleby."
No, it's its turn.
No, it's its turn.
Ooh.
And the tendrils have sensed Kelton, and they whip out to strike him. Miss.
looking at the situation, Nesbit is going to try to get so that he's kinda behind Kelton, moving up as much as he can, and casting Shadow of Death onto the Colossus.
Okay. The Colossus is huge, so there's no way it's not occupying most of that. Esmond.
Galen's going to go.
Okay.
She's going to move 10 spaces.
You can't.
Can't.
It's a move.
You
No.
can't.
Oh, leap.
I get to move double my speed. Galen sees that Nesbit has moved forward, so she's cooled off, and she's going to be 10 spaces where she's going to be hanging out next to Kelton.
Okay. And now.
I've got to do some counting.
Okay.
All right. Esmond is going to move forward to kind of get catty-cornered to Nesbit, and he's firing a Burning Lance.
Okay. Crack die.
14.
Hit.
10 damage.
All right. Okay.
Does it look like it even did anything?
Yes. You,
Okay.
you feel like it hit one of its tougher armored plates, but it made it through, and it looks a little scorched.
Dope.
And these plates don't look like they're armored for combat. They just look like they're the material it's made of. Like maybe they're decorative.
Okay. Obed is going to shift into his aspect of speed. Silver scale, super aerodynamic looking. Now he's going to double move.
So you can move what? On your turn, you can
14.
move. Because you're normally 12.
6 + 2. Oh, shit. Yeah.
So you get 8.
So I don't really need to.
What's 8 times 5?
40.
So, yeah, you can move 80 feet as a double move. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't even know if I need to do all that. So I have 6 already, so I can move 8 without double moving. So let me see. Okay, so Obed is going to move his 8 speed to be between Galen and Nesbit, and he's going to cast Burning Ray at Galen to try and heal her up.
Okay.
And since I don't have to roll an attack, because I'm not actually attacking, I just have to roll the die 6, right?
Right. Well,
Okay.
actually, do it in case you crit.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I did not crit. 5. So you're back to full health.
It is now its turn. Now there are multiple creatures. You see another port open as more of you enter the room, and it takes a shot takes 2 shots. One at Kelton, one at Nesbit. Green is Kelton. Damn it. White is Nesbit.
That's so cool.
Both miss.
Yes.
There were double 5s.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, that was great.
I like the mini die too.
Yeah, no, every part of that was amazing.
The big D20s just make me feel so
I know.
intimidated, but in a good way.
Well, and you're, I mean, and
Because then when it misses, it's like a big miss, too.
Yeah.
yeah, these are the 34 millimeter D20s from Chessex, and for the listeners, they're not cheap. They're like $3 a piece.
For something you're going to use all the time.
Yeah, but what's cool is DMing. I mean, I always say, like, I look behind the screen. I don't actually use the screen. I roll all the rolls in front of everybody, which I think is important if we're trying to balance a game. And they make it really visible for everybody sitting at the table. Liam's pretty far from me, and he can read them easily.
And it's nice. It feels good. It feels like I'm courtside now rather than like, a little bit back.
Right. I'm not Gary Gygax hiding in another room.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he would do all the dice rolling. Like, you would say what you wanted to do, you knew what your character could do, and then he would roll everything, and you wouldn't see any of it, and he would tell you the result.
I'd like to beat him up and then hang out with him.
Just for that go alone.
It's Kelton's turn next. However, I've neglected to take the Shadow of Death damage.
Oh, yeah.
when it just acted. So let's say because it has multiple turns, we'll do it on its next turn.
Okay.
So I've made a note.
Well, I thought it would be the turn after.
No, that happened already.
We've never made a rule about
Nesbit.
this. Yeah, we haven't discussed this about boss characters to get multiple turns, about when they should take the damage. It says at the start of its next turn.
I did have a question about that real quick.
Yes.
Out of game. Was it intentional to not use boss music against the mole?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That actually reinforced how sad I was about this current fight.
I like that you think this is a boss.
Yeah.
So, but hold on. Wouldn't it have take damage on both of its turn, or is it once per round?
Once per round.
Yeah.
Once per round. I feel like
The language is going to have to be very specific.
I feel like if it's gonna get to take 3 turns, I really
Yeah,
feel
but no,
like.
that's 3 actions, not 3 turns.
Doesn't look like it.
So-
But I still feel like with 3 actions across a round, what does a Shadow of Death do? A die 4?
Die 4 plus
die 4
composure.
plus composure.
Right. That doesn't penetrate armor.
It bypasses armor.
It does now.
Oh, it does. Oh, never mind. Okay. Because to me, I was like, well, if you roll a 1, that's not going to get through armor. If you roll a 2, it's not going to get through armor. Maybe if you get a 3 or 4, so maybe a 1 in 3 chance is actually going to penetrate the armor. So if it gets 3 turns, that was my thought process. But if it skips armor, we're good.
Yeah, I still think of it because basically the function of a round is a span of time. So it doesn't matter how many actions the monster takes in that span of time. It's just that this is the frequency with which
So
this occurs.
the tick of your dot is still
Right.
1 round.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because
got
think
it.
about it, if you had a monster that had 5 actions per round, the damage of something like Shadow of Death would blow
Blow up,
away
yeah.
everything that.
Well,
Esmond
only
has.
because I just found out that it bypasses armor.
Oh yeah.
Well, even
bypassing
still.
armor
But even then,
makes
like,
it-
if
Well,
you had
no,
something
not
that
necessarily.
if you had something that had 0 armor but a bag of hit points, that would still, it could do 40 damage a round every round.
And if I
guaranteed.
had 4 composure.
I guess that's true.
he doesn't have to roll against it. Like
It,
it's
like-
going to hit, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you're right.
I mean, I'd
I
love
also
to
think-
overbeef my move any way we can, but I think that this is the most
I
reasonable.
also think that in my head, because of how long it takes to do a round, which is not long compared to even 4th edition, this is probably 15 seconds of this fight is 1 round. You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
And based on
6
that,
seconds
okay, so then
is the
based
standard.
So then based on that, again, the idea of your skill having the tick is for me, because I
Right.
play dot-based characters in most games, so like that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Kelton's turn.
All right, Kelton is going to look at the beast. He's going to look over his shoulder to Esmond and ask him to take the shot.
All right.
All right, and this is with a
Plus
so plus 6. 11.
Miss.
Dude, I feel like the last 2 games have
Yeah.
just rolled real low.
Yeah, you
It's
do a
been-
lot of missing.
So the flavor of why it misses what would otherwise seem like a stationary target is these tendrils are whipping around and it is struggling with the thing in the wall. So it's
I
shaking.
mean-
it's not it's not actively trying to dodge anything you're doing. If you can picture
It's a
this.
chaotic
Yeah.
target. Right, okay.
I think we understand that.
Oh, and because I asked for clarity on this, so I don't know if anyone else needed the clarity. The tendril attack wasn't the monster. That was the moss.
It seemed to be
monster,
happening
right.
independently.
Right,
of the
so-
creature.
That was definitely the impression that I got from the description.
But
is
I was
that this is
also-
some organic thing.
And
on
I know
top
this
of
is a meta thing,
like-
but it's the closest thing that we have to paying attention to and learning from the enemy during the combat is that I noticed that the pluses were different from the tendril and the slam and the heat attack. So I was
Yeah, I
like, okay,
did
well, if that's a
also.
plus int or plus composure and that was a plus dexterity, oh, then what the fuck is the tendril? Oh, well, it must be the plant, which has a different thing. So like, I know I'm not trying to do that, but
No,
it's-
do that.
It's
Yeah,
the only
no, I-
chance we have.
No, I do that in
To
every
me-
game. I
to
try to
me,
figure out all
that's-
the.
That's the out of
bonuses,
character,
but-
my character in character, learning that monster. It's
Right.
fighting.
Yeah, I would feel like every mechanical thing, like even me explaining why its dodge is low but you still miss, there should be a in-game or an in-character reason.
Right.
Yeah, the characters would understand that. Going into the fight, we don't know that it has, say, for instance, 3 armor, but if I roll a 4 and I can tell that I didn't do as much as my
Yes.
arm swung, the character knows that it's armored, but...
Or the difference
exactly.
between like a swing that's a lot harder to dodge
Yeah.
versus a swing that's like, oh, that didn't even kind of look that impressive.
Yeah. Oh, I was in the wrong spot.
Exactly.
Instead of I fucking had to move.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
like-
Or my dagger didn't bite.
There was a rule in 4th edition that I really liked that said, because there was a lot of conditions happening all the time, like somebody being granted an attack, somebody getting a -1 against them. They said that any condition that is a character is experiencing, that character knows.
Right.
Like, however it's expressed, they understand that it is a benefit or a loss, but they may not know the details, of why.
So
Yeah,
Galen,
they can't quantify it, but they definitely know that, this is...
so Galen knows that 20 paces away, she got hit by an invisible burning thing. Like,
Yeah, well, so okay, if you're
So,
not
like-
perceiving, if you are completely unaware of the thing that's attacking you, it's a sneak attack. But all of you are looking at this
But
thing.
we could,
Yeah.
but okay, so the initial attack, but we all saw the outcome of it, right?
Yeah, when you saw that it was doing something, you
Right.
just didn't know what.
So my character is like, holy shit, we're all in range. Like
Yes.
that's what my character would have perceived from that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's naturally how I play the game. I guess I just need to blend it better, so that I don't feel bad about doing it.
No, please do that. And then if there's something you're like, would I know? Ask.
Okay.
So it's the start of its next turn. We're going to say that the Shadow of Death will tick on this part of the round for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So D4 plus Composure, right?
Yes.
And I'm jealous of your D4s right now because I left mine in another spot and I need to get them back.
Yeah. Yeah. Here comes 3.
3, okay.
Hey, Esmond, how did Nesbitt do that? He's not even near it.
I don't want to have this
Oh,
conversation.
all right. I just wanted to. Oh, okay.
So what you notice now is that processes have begun within the room, separate of this creature. And a light, a blue, thin band of light, traces the perimeter of the room.
I'm not liking that.
No, this is cool.
And it sits apart from the wall, almost ghostly, about 2 inches.
I know this
Oh,
is.
damn it.
I know this is not
We're
likely, but
in
can I
a
do a
sphere.
magic check to see if I recognize anything with the color or pattern and
Yes.
timing? Okay. 17.
You know that it is not magic.
Oh, guys, I don't know what this is, but it's not magic.
And now it's going to slam at Kelton. Hits.
Boom.
That was a natty 15.
Dice. It's just like,
Kelton takes 6 damage.
Fuck.
Okay.
So you threw a D12 and added 5 to it.
Yep. And that was a 1. For the listeners counting along at home.
I can't get into slam range.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good news, I dropped that and it vanished.
You can never use that attack again. As if you don't
got
have
another
another
one.
D12 just sitting right there.
so, slam is beefy.
Yes. That is high beef.
This thing looks very strong.
Galen's going to do
She's in fucking range, isn't she?
Yeah.
Venom Strike
Yeah.
to his like little foot.
Okay, you get his foremost.
His little toesies.
His little toesies. Yeah, so Galen's going to do
This
Venom
little
Strike.
piggy.
Went to die.
Nice.
I rolled a 19 plus.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, I rolled a 19.
Make her do the
No,
math.
yeah, well,
Make
but-
her do the math.
So 19 plus your dexterity total, which is that
20
5?
24?
Yeah.
How does she have 5
She got an extra dexterity.
Holy
realign
shit.
her shit. Yeah.
All right. So you said 24.
24.
God damn, girl.
Y'all, well,
Look at that. I was like, is that
Gina?
right?
y'all welcome.
That's a thing.
7.
7 damage.
7 damage.
Okay.
That is correct. Sir.
And you apply venom.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
so now it's Sec.
To his little foot.
His little foot.
You get the impression that it is immune to venom.
Spooky.
Okay, so that's cool, but
I get the impression
in a
that
normal
it
dot
could not be.
sequence, would it not do damage on its next turn, or would it have to go a full lap around,
It would still happen before her turn again, so I
Right.
think it wouldn't matter.
killing it as fast as possible matters? So if it went here and took the damage from Venom Strike, but didn't take it again until its next time around to here, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Ideally, it would be the top of the round that it would
Yeah.
take damage. But it doesn't, I mean, in this case, both Galen and Nesbit go after the top of the round,
Okay.
but it won't matter for this.
I guess as the healer, I'm okay with things dying at this point in the round.
Right.
So that's why I'm looking at it from a different angle.
The language used is once per round, all creatures that begin their turn. So, like, it would make sense that it's at the time that they begin their turn.
So it'd be right after you did it, which would be the top of the round. So let's move it to the top of the round. I can do that.
Yeah,
because it won't matter. It's already done.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Venom Strike does 2 weapon damage, so I forgot to roll my other d12, so I'm going to do that.
All right, do it.
1
Okay.
plus.
No,
No.
we added on to the
Okay.
7, so it would have
Yeah.
been an 8.
All right, so the tendrils are flapping around. They can't see. So we'll say odds, they attack Kelton. Evens, they attack Galen. And I'll roll my cute tiny d6s.
Tiny D6.
So Kelton. Miss.
Chunk. Nesbit is going to double move forward to the left of the monster, trying to get approximately opposite Kelton and Galen.
Okay, so you're going to try to flank it and get the upper hand?
Yep.
I don't think you'll have too much trouble doing that. The thing is, it has reach, so if you try to double move to be adjacent to it, it can swap you, but you can get just into its threatened range without provoking,
Okay.
and then disengage closer to it on your turn.
Right. That's a good call.
So, on a monster this big, what's considered flanking?
Anything where a part of it is opposite.
Any part.
Yeah. If so, for listeners, it's not a circle. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
an
why
even
I'm
shape.
asking.
Yeah. So if any part of it you are opposite of one of your allies, then you are flanking. Now Nesbit is not flanking it at all, but he will be with Galen because she has reach.
Right.
Kelton is not adjacent to it. He is decidedly not.
All right, Esmond takes another pot shot
With Burning Lance.
with Burning Lance
All right, let's see it.
with a +3. Miss.
All right.
We haven't had a lot of damage done so far.
Yeah.
Obed is going to move up 4 squares to be adjacent to Kelton. So Kelton is directly between myself and Galen. I'm going to go ahead and do my renewing assault against the target. That's 11.
Miss.
Damn it.
It is its turn. It's going to take Shadow of Death damage.
Yeah.
And Venom Strike damage.
No.
No, it's
Oh,
only the
shit.
Venom
Yeah,
Strike.
we figured that. I'm sorry.
Deuce.
You guys are so close to something. Okay. A
To
third,
what? Getting fucked?
Yeah, a third port opens, and it is going to target a new person. If I get a double, I'm going to re-roll it. It targets Galen, Nesbit, and Esmond with its heat ray,
Oh, man.
and I get to roll.
Is this fire damage? Is this considered fire damage?
Well, maybe if it hits you, you'll find out.
All right.
I got 3 giant dice here.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Let's
You're
say
gonna break the fucking table,
I know
homie.
they're huge. I'll do green Galen because that rhymes. It'll be your hero name. White Nesbit, black Esmond. Okay, so Galen gets hit, and then it is 13
On Esmond.
on both of you guys.
Yay.
Nope.
That's a miss.
Okay, so Galen takes 9 damage.
Are there any like flowers or anything on the top of this thing? Is it or just like fungus?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
there's no flowers, but it is a dark green fungus, kind of like this dye I got.
Like a moss?
Or a lichen.
Lichen? I'm liking that.
Lichen.
Y'all.
Kelton is going to step one forward,
Disengaging as he does so.
disengaging as he does so to move up into the face. Well, not the face so much as the body. Warning strike on the beast and spend 2 momentum.
Oh, okay.
That would be 19
Hit.
hit.
Your multicolored dice makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Why?
It's cute. It's like homey.
It's like watching somebody open their lunch that someone made for them and their sandwich is like all wrong.
Dice.
Like
With a sponge.
It's just bread and dice. It's
Like-
exactly like watching that.
it is like watching rye bread, peanut butter, and turkey. Like that's what that sandwich looks like.
Dude,
Stop.
you know what? I would totally eat that fucking
I know
sandwich.
That sounds
you
really
would.
good, actually.
Y'all fuck it up.
5 damage.
All right. It lets go of the
Shrieky Pete.
of Shrieky Pete,
Is that what you named it?
and it shrieks one last time, and you see it slip out of its hand like a snake into a hole, just like
Ew.
it's gone into the hole.
Told you we picked
Well-
the wrong fight.
and the other arm comes around.
You're right. I think we could have taken Shrieky Pete.
You have its full attention.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
I thought that thing maybe would have
So
helped us.
is letting go technically its move?
No, it's a free
Nice.
action to let go of anything.
Oh.
It's going to attack Kelton and Nesbit with its slam.
Do I get an opportunity attack because it's
Wait.
attacking an ally?
Is that based on what rolls? Because Nesbit's really far away.
Nesbit is 2 spaces away.
Yeah.
I think
It
Oh
reaches
shit,
2
Nesbit's over there. I'm
spaces.
so
this
sorry.
is an attack that includes you, so I don't think it counts.
Yeah, it is swinging at the both of you, so it includes you.
That was swinging one arm at the both of us, or two?
No, 2 arms, 1 at each of
But
you.
it's
How do I
one.
get an opportunity attack?
You don't have the upper hand yet.
Mm.
Green is Kelton, white is Nesbit. It hits Kelton.
Yay.
Can I use my scene attack not so fast, which is an immediate?
Yes.
All right.
What does that do?
It would see his attack and hit him with my own attack.
Like a counter?
Yes, it would stop his attack.
If it
hopefully.
lands.
Does
If
it
lands.
cancel it? Like,
Yes.
undoes it?
Yep.
Dope.
That's
Yeah.
really cute.
20, D20.
That's a natty 20. Shit.
We have a crit in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies.
Rye bread on 20.
The
Now it's
triggering
even
attack is
cuter.
canceled, and the enemy is immobilized until the end of my next turn.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Dope.
The tank
Shit.
can't move.
Holy shit.
Roll
Alright.
that. Roll that damage, bro.
No, the tank moves. It
All right,
can't.
you don't have to roll damage. It's max damage.
Yes, which would be 12.
holy shit.
That
Oh,
Wow.
do you have no strength?
was amazing.
2 strength. 10 D10 for my axe.
Okay.
Two
Yeah.
strength.
One-handed
I
axe.
forgot you had an axe.
And his axe.
Holy shit. And so it misses a couple it's immobilized until the end of his next turn, so
Well, it can't.
Move.
Oh.
It can still attack. It
Okay.
Yeah,
can't
it
Okay,
can't use
it's
a move
a move.
action.
And he
That's why I
also-
was like, oh, well, it hasn't
He,
moved
he
yet.
It probably doesn't
attacked-
plan on it.
He attacked the monster, but not the moss. So I would think that could still move, couldn't it?
Well,
Well,
it can't move
it can't-
outside of the monster, I think.
It can thwap at you, but it taking a move action to travel,
Yeah.
it can't do that. No.
Well, yeah.
Now, which is important because it just let go of the thing that it was trying not to move away from.
Correct. So you basically said, no, you're still there.
I saw
But
its arm start
you
to move,
also
and I was like,
stopped that attack, which is great.
Yeah, didn't take any
That
damage.
that was A plus, Max. Good job.
yeah.
That was A
Good,
plus.
good use of not so fast.
And then nobody took damage. on
Yeah.
that turn.
Yeah.
Shit, this is a bunch of whiffs on everybody's part almost, except for Kelton just now with that 20.
So Galen just saw what Kelton did, and she's going to do overwhelming strike. So she has her pike ready, and she's going to do like a, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a,
Like an uppercut.
Sure, you can.
Thrust.
yeah, like a
Like a
thrust.
scoop.
Yeah, like a scoop, like you're scooping hay, and she's gonna stab him.
All right.
+5, so 15.
15 hits.
Yay.
God, that plus
So
5
ridiculous. God damn.
Champion's good.
Galen is the beefiest character at this fucking table.
Oh, Core Citadel too,
Plus a
which is
D6.
just dope.
5 and 3 is 8. +2 is 10.
All right, 10 damage. So it did the slam, failed. Galen acted and did damage. Now the tendrils start thrashing around as they do, and they are indiscriminate. They don't understand anything, and they are going to attack Galen.
Aww.
Rolling 2s all day on this D6 because there's 6 of you. Yeah. And that is 13 to dodge.
My dodge is 13.
It hits.
Frick.
Can I get 2 of those black ones?
Actually, she's in phalanx with me, which gives her +1 to dodge.
Yeah, give me those back.
I think Max gets some momentum for that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Max. I knew being
The
near you was
combination of that
something.
with the not so fast, I absolutely think you get a momentum.
Yeah, that was this is a round well played so far by Kelton Mandergrove, the Doctor, Professor, Esquire, the fourth.
The feeling I had about wishing that we had done this without you is gone now.
Oh,
Just so you know.
okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I never wanted to do it without you
Appreciate it,
because I
Liam.
want to see you die.
I do.
Liam.
Well, if he dies, you know the
Be
rest
kind.
of you are fucked.
Oh yeah, no, I'm prepared
Also,
for that.
I just want
I'm prepared for that
Like, I'm just gonna
eventuality.
throw this out there as like a meta thing that the mole had like 145 HP or something.
Yeah.
You've done like 8 damage.
I was about to say, yeah, we're like taking little chips out of this guy.
Yeah,
We
you haven't
really
been landed something great yet.
Yeah, Galen was dropping 40 plus per round.
Yeah, you were dropping bombs last encounter, so it hasn't happened yet. It is done acting for this round. So this is 2 rounds down.
All right.
No,
so-
this is 3 rounds.
3 rounds down.
We're
Yeah.
3 rounds down, and it has
Yeah.
lost. I could tell you because you would know. Well, with its armor, it has lost 35 HP at the end of its 3rd round.
Galen has
Wow.
done more in a single
Wait,
hit.
wait, wait. That's the actual damage lost.
Actual
That's
damage
higher
lost.
than I thought it was, actually.
It's
I
been-
thought it was lower than that.
It's been 18 seconds, though, so.
Yeah. You guys are having like a frustrated slog with this guy so far.
Oh, this
All
is
right,
really
well,
cool.
hopefully
for
I'm
18
going to take some
seconds.
chunk damage this time. Nesbit is going to disengage into range.
Okay.
And that'll put him flanking, giving him the upper hand. So now Nesbit's where he likes to be. Didn't like being close, but outside of stab range. Now he's in stab range. He's going to stab.
Okay.
We're going helmet splitter. We're opening heavy, going for
All right.
right-handed dagger. He's got the that new wind dagger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's going to throw 2 momentum on the right hand and 1 on the left.
All right.
Yeah.
You're opening yourself up for some risk here.
Why?
Because if you
he
miss with momentum, there are unforeseen consequences.
You might get swallowed.
Is that what happened?
It's a
Is that why
risk.
that happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't an ability Josh planned for that thing. I just failed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
All right, well, the left is a 17 and the right is 11.
The right misses.
Oh.
Take care of the damage the left does first,
Okay,
which is sneak
Wh-
attack.
Which one had the wind dagger?
right.
Okay.
That'll be 2d4 plus the 2d6 for sneak attack plus
strength.
2 for strength.
Yeah.
Oh, your wind one missed?
Yep.
The one that you put 2 on?
Yep.
Yep.
10.
10.
This is the first attack with that wind dagger, right?
Yep. Haven't quite gotten used to it. Feels a little weird.
Your wind dagger gets lodged between the plates, and it will take a strength check to yank it out. And I'm rolling a d6. I'm going to say it's 10. The difficulty of your strength check is 10.
10 plus.
Plus whatever I roll on this d6. So 2. So 12 to yank it out.
All right.
And it doesn't seem to move very fast, so I'm not going to make you roll to grab the hilt of your dagger.
Okay.
But if you want to yank it out, you have to beat 12
All right.
as an attack action.
As an attack action.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. God damn it. I just got that thing. Whoever gets this guy right around where that happened, fucking stick him. And I'm using my other scene attack, Gelt scene, reveal weakness. The next person to hit him does an extra d10.
Oh, sweet. And that's a swift action?
Swift, yes.
Holy shit. Nice.
Nice.
Does Nesbit still have his other dagger with him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, this is not actually that big of a loss.
Yeah, no. That my plan was I'm just going to get my other shitty dagger and
I like it's
keep
shitty
going.
now that you have a better
Yeah,
one.
comparatively.
Whereas you straight one shot at people with the other
It's terrible. It's been terrible for you. Sven.
one. Oh, so now that you did that, you start to notice that along the band of blue light around the outside of the wall,
Oh man, I forgot about that shit.
symbols start to appear on the walls, and there are various triangles that are directing away from the entrance on either side of it towards the opposite end of the room. Not quite where you guys are fighting this overgrown colossus, but nearby. They are pointing, and I'm going to mark on the map, they're pointing towards a direction, like traveling and renewing and traveling and renewing, pointing towards that direction.
All right, Esmond's gonna sit right where he is. He's fine where he is. He doesn't want to get anywhere close to that thing.
Probably a good move for Esmond.
But he's using this flaming pillar, which
Okay.
is 2d8 plus strength plus intelligence.
Okay.
Whoa.
All
You
right.
should hit that spot that he was talking about.
18.
Hit.
Yes.
How exciting.
So 2d8 plus a d10.
Plus what composure?
No, plus my composure and strength because I'm fire.
And are you including
Jesus.
Whoa, that was a roll.
22 damage.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Does that
All right.
include Keith's thingy?
Oh, it is
Yes.
mostly Keith's thing. That is
That was the
is
9.
half my damage.
Wow, that's amazing.
So now another thing happens.
Okay.
The fungus catches fire and burns away. Some of the tendrils fall off and it starts to blacken and it's no longer thrashing around like it was before.
Wow.
Glowing blue stripes appear on the floor. They don't seem to be made of anything. They just are blue light.
I don't like any of this. Yeah. Oh,
no.
I don't know a lot of things about anything, but I don't like this.
Yeah. got concerns. I don't even know what those concerns are, but I'm definitely concerned.
It'll be fine.
Don't want to alarm you, but Guff don't use triangles. Never use them. This is not Guff.
There's too much symmetry.
Esmond takes out a notepad and jotts down really quickly. Guff, don't use
There's
triangles.
like one particular triangle that is symmetrical. The rest of them suck.
There are several triangles that are symmetrical.
Guff, don't use triangles.
Galen, you've taken a little bit of damage, right?
Yeah, I've taken a hefty chunk.
No, you've taken 5.
Yeah, that's hefty for Galen.
How much health
That
do you
is
have?
not hefty for Gailey.
Yeah, no.
How much
That
health
brings
does
her-
Galen have? She started as core Citadel.
Currently,
Yeah.
Got this.
29.
So,
Fuck off.
all right. So,
What's Liam? What's your max health? What's Esmond's max health?
24.
my max
My max
health
is
is
24.
My max health is 29.
Well, your max is over here.
What's my max health?
30.
You're fine. All right.
Yeah.
You be sweet. Galen gave you a snack earlier. Now she's down to an odd number of snacks. It's giving her all sorts of bad luck.
She could just eat one.
She's not hungry.
I don't want to stand
She's
on.
always
That is bullshit. You are lying.
This is a crisis.
It's only been 20 seconds.
I don't want to stand on the line.
I don't know. It could be a good thing.
Yeah, what if the ground splits and you gotta hold it together with your thighs?
All right, I'm into that. That sounds great.
Stop giving the DM ideas.
You get like really muscly in your thighs.
Just your thighs.
Obi is going to disengage 1 to be closer to Kelton, and he is going to use Remembered Past, which is a swift action, lets him re-roll a ability if it fails, before using his scene Rippling Lunge. 4.
Are you gonna tell us your memory?
12.
Hit.
Yeah!
Yay!
All right, so I'm glad I...
Only just.
And because I used Remembered Past, the smell of the burning moss reminds me something of the Doom. That's it. Something of the burning moss reminds me something of the Doom.
So mad.
It makes me so mad that I tried twice for the Rippling Lunge, and now I do 1 weapon damage plus 1 die 6 plus my strength plus sneak attack damage.
Nice.
My weapon.
Why do
damage.
you do an extra d6?
It says 1 weapon damage plus 1 die 6 plus strength.
This is not correct. It's supposed to be 2 weapon damage and sneak attack.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
yeah.
fine.
So the card you have is the card that he has
So
is
he made
updated.
it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's instead of it being because this is overwhelming strike. Damage.
Basically, got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So it's supposed to be 2 weapon damage plus strength.
And if I have
sneak
upper hand, I get sneak attack.
Correct.
Okay. So I'll do this, which is 10. 12.
Holy shit!
22.
22 plus 6 is 28 plus my strength is 1. 29 damage.
double strength because it's two-handed.
30 damage.
Holy.
The highest of 5s, my good sir.
That is some beef.
Thank God I used
Yeah.
Remembered Past before I used that. Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
That was cool. I was hoping you'd be like, you remember something, and it's the Guff inventing triangles.
And then immediately deciding we're never going to use these.
We hate these.
I
Discovered
cannot.
that 3 points all exist on the same plane. Fuck that.
I'm already holding the William Shakespeare thing in my head. I can't like
William
Cake
Shear.
Cake Shear.
Cake shear.
Trapezoids are nothing at all.
You now get a +1 to your next attack with that weapon.
Oh, I do. And the Rippling Lunge is the sweet, cool effect of the blue light across my scaly silver scales.
Could you be any sexier?
I
hope so. Keep going.
Let's do it. Let's hear more.
I couldn't if I tried.
Just kidding. I never want to hear about it again.
Damn.
Man, I really can't wait till we start getting flashback of our characters. I'm really going to be into it.
We're gonna have to write it. So
I don't think that is necessarily true.
top of the round, it takes Shadow of Death damage because it hasn't moved and cannot move because it's immobilized.
Yeah. 5.
Damage. All right, it's going to do its heat ray attack. It has 3 of them, and I'm rolling 3d6 to decide who it hits. That's a correct die. It attacks Galen, Nesbit, and Esmond again.
Man.
And I'm going to roll these 3 giant D20. Do you want the big ones or the small ones?
Big ones. Big ones.
How is that even a question,
I
Josh?
just want to make
They're,
sure.
they're so good.
Look, some ladies, they just prefer different shit. I mean, I'm not...
Green, white, black. Go.
Green, Galen. White, Nesbit. Black, Esmond.
Goth.
Man.
So, all right.
I just got fucked up, didn't I?
But no, I'm
Galen,
still.
15.
Aww.
Nesbit, 14.
Man.
You are in phalanx. But everybody's in...
No,
he
not
is not.
Nesbit.
I'm on
Sorry,
the other
sorry.
side.
Okay. Does 14 hit?
14 matches, yes.
And we have a crit on Esmond Trod.
Please be
Beefy.
fire damage. Please be fire damage. Please be fire damage.
So it hits all 3 of you, but they're 3 separate attacks. It's not an AoE. They're individually targeting each of you. That's why we had to roll 3 dice. Okay, so the one against Galen, 4 damage.
No, it doesn't do any
Galen.
damage.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't do anything.
You have 4 armor.
Galen feels very blessed.
Yeah, I think you're unaware of how tanky you are.
Yeah, armor
Yeah.
is a blessing.
Completely tanky.
Too
Because
blessed to
she
be
has
stressed.
hollow bones.
That is the exact opposite of why.
Okay, birds are immune to fire. Hollow bones.
We all know this. Are you guys aware about all the birds that get laser beamed by solar farms?
Oh, yeah.
With the solar mirror arrays? Yeah, they try to fly through it and they just get roasted and there's dead roast turkey at the bottom of those towers. Nesbit. 7 damage.
All right.
Esmond. 9 fire damage.
All right, still fine.
Hey,
Nice.
Esmond, can you explain to me why that is still fine?
He's
I
a
have
fire
5
lizard.
resist.
He negates 5 of any fire damage he takes.
How exciting.
Desmond, I believe in you. Take the shot.
You could hit it for harder than I can, I think.
But you keep getting a plus every time you hit.
True.
Yes.
For a better chance of
And
hitting.
one of these days it'll work.
Hey, you just
But
did like
he's flanking now.
a bunch of damage.
15.
Hit.
Yes.
12 damage.
Nice.
See, that would have been a crit for me. So
That was a crit. I did max damage.
good. I believed in you.
That's really cute.
Now the ground between the stripes
Okay, I want this over now.
starts to rise, reshaping itself.
Do we have like stadium seating now?
Are the red parts dips or
Oh, so now I'm
how
tall.
high is the rise?
They begin to rise, and I've drawn it on the map, and they shape themselves into benches.
Cute.
All right. So
maybe
we're in
not
the
so
amphitheater.
Yeah, it's like a
pointing
coliseum.
up or away from me.
Like the slope.
Am I in the highest one or the lowest one?
It's not stadium seating.
Okay.
It's not.
All right.
They're all equal height. Think like
like
church.
a church?
Church
Oh, like pews. Okay.
Yeah.
We might be in a Kenny Rogers roasting machine.
Do I have to roll not to fall down?
No, it rises very slowly.
All right.
Am I out of line of sight now?
No, you can see over them. They're like church pews, if you can imagine
So
that.
they're like,
But they're solid. They're made of the material that the ground is made of.
Got
They're
it.
solid. There's no like you can't go under them. They're a
The
single
material
piece.
the ground is made of. You mean floor?
Yes.
Money.
It is now the creature's turn.
Oh.
The overgrown Colossus, who's no longer overgrown because most of his shit melted off.
Yeah, scratch that overgrown part off.
It moves, now that it's no longer immobilized, 1 space forward and does not invoke an attack of opportunity and ignores the bleachers because its legs just kind of gently, slowly roll over them.
Whoa.
Like a tank?
Like a spider, but its legs can come up high and
So-
set down.
character question, how does it ignore attacks of opportunity?
Because it just disengaged. It only moved 1 space.
Well, no,
Or
it
at.
is not disengaging. It moves slowly enough and deliberately enough that
Okay.
its movement is not a distraction to it. It is not dropping any of its attention to move.
Cool.
Its arms and its legs seem to move independently of one another.
Like
Okay.
ours?
Like a spider.
No, not like yours. Your arms and legs do not move independently of your.
When you
thoughts.
walk, you
you
swing
can't
your
divert.
arms.
Ah.
You can't divert your attention in the same way that this can. And it makes 2 attacks. We'll say 1 against Kelton and 1 against Nesbit.
Oh, thank God.
Who's
Dude,
You should pray
Yeah.
that it would try to attack
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. It would be way better if it attacked you. You
You have armor.
You have
That's
twice
the
as much
character you
armor.
have.
Since when do y'all think Galen gives a fuck?
Then why would you
Okay,
be
no.
armored?
Galen shouldn't be hoping
No,
that she gets hit, but
Galen-
you as a player should be hoping that Galen gets hit.
As a player, I also don't care because I want to see what happens.
All right, so this is what happens.
We know what happens. I get fucking hit.
Nesbitt gets hit. Rolled a natty 17. I don't gotta add shit.
Oh.
11.
Fuck me.
Is this like where the mole was, where it's just trying to run away, or is it like really being an asshole?
It's really hard to tell intention other than it is attacking you and burning you. And now has just begun to move over these benches.
Like away from us?
Into you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was
Away
trying to be like the mole
No.
and just like get away.
I think it just finally let go of the thing it was fighting, and this is the first time it's had a chance to move towards us since Kelton like fucking pinned it there.
Galen will be doing overwhelming strike.
Okay,
She rolls an 18 plus 5.
let her do it.
What the? I wasn't
Do not
even
assist.
looking at you, and I looked up, and your brain was like, "Please." Your face was like,
She's like trying to draw numbers out of other people's minds.
What is 8 plus 5? She's turning so red.
23?
Yeah.
Yes, it is 23.
Christ, I guessed.
God damn it.
she had a 1 in 10 chance.
Stay in school, kids.
I'm a history major, not no math major.
Here's what I tell my students.
That's not math major. That's 3rd grade.
Take your number, then you take what you want to add, and you just go.
Don't do it. Don't. Nobody does that. How many fingers can a person have? Too many, right?
How am I supposed to count this high?
Does that number hit?
It hits.
Yes.
Thank Christ it hits.
I rolled 11 damage.
All right, 11 damage.
That was whelming.
So Nesbitt got hacked up. That he's freaked out by that. Give me back the hurtin'. I don't want it. He's doing lifesteal.
Okay.
So,
if you do
shit, I
not
forget.
disengage, you will incur an attack of opportunity.
Now, does that reach include the space directly next to him?
Yeah, if I move in,
Yeah.
then he'll
Because
he'll
this
still
counts
have-
as a magic ranged attack.
No, but I'm saying it for any... The way where other range attacks work is it's got that space, but they can't manipulate things directly next to them.
No,
And I know the rules of monsters don't always work.
Yeah, no. For this kind, so he's not using a weapon.
It's just mandibles.
He can. No, it's arms, and these arms can reach inside of their range.
Okay.
Ah, shit. Now I'm not even sure if I want to do that because I mean, like, if I
Disengage you even further from melee range.
yeah, and then I wouldn't be able to disengage back in to attack on the next turn.
Right.
So damn it. Scratch that. Is going to disengage in and go ahead and
Now he has the upper hand because he's flanking.
right. Throw that double strike. Is the +1 going to be applied to both, or just the one that missed?
Good question. Here are two arguments. I think both are valid, so we should come to a quick decision. One argument is that double strike is one attack, and if any part of that attack hits, it's a hit. The other argument is that the chance to miss on any given attack applies, so maybe you would have to pick the individual attack that you'd apply the +1 to.
I think that since he picks the individual hands to apply momentum to, that speaks enough for that.
I don't think it does, because if we had any other ability that granted you a +1, we would let it apply to both.
That's true.
And momentum works in a different function because you want the maximum amount. Like, when you start using that, that's a penalty for taking 2 attacks. I think it should apply for both because he psyched himself up for this attack.
This might not even end up being relevant because another thing I just thought of, in order to do double strike, I have to unsheath my 3rd dagger. Instead, I'm just going to plunging strike.
No one is adjacent to you.
Damn it!
If you do a
Wait,
regular
well, I
attack,
can
you still have
still-
the upper hand.
Yeah, I can still do a... Oh, so...
Plunging strike gives you the upper hand if you don't have it if an ally is adjacent to you.
Right.
But you have the upper hand.
I have the upper hand. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a basic one-handed attack.
All right.
15.
Hit.
All right.
You haven't critted in a while.
Nah, it's been a minute. I used to do it all the time, man.
I know. I feel like you did it all the time.
What happened to us?
13 damage.
Nice. Yeah, that hurt. It's you can tell you're really starting to fuck this thing up.
Nice.
It is getting shaky and starting to literally shake.
What if it evolves?
And Josh is just sitting there like, what if?
What if it evolves?
Give the DM ideas. All right, Esmond, now on the pew, is gonna stare this bad boy.
You're gonna double pew?
I wish I could double pew. I can't. I'm
Pew.
only gonna pew once with Burning Lance. 15, 8 plus 7.
Hit.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice.
Well, since I can't change aspects and attack at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and cast Burning Ray from Obed through the Colossus to Nesbit.
Okay.
This
Nice.
would also clip Kelton if you have any
Yeah.
damage. Okay.
No, he's also like, what, gaining 8 a turn?
No,
I
because
missed.
that attack missed.
Oh,
I
missed?
missed.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a 2.
Dope.
That's a miss.
And that's
the
a
heal still
bad
works, though.
miss. The heal still works. You're right.
Yes.
5.
Nice.
5 healing to Kelton and Nesbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. Burning Ray is good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It has to be.
It really does.
No,
have to be.
I don't even. At first I thought it was overpowered, but based on how everything's gone, it is exactly in line with what I need to be able to do.
Heat ray. 3 targets.
Come to
Spice
Papa.
rack.
Hip hop. I don't even give a shit.
All right.
Oh, thank
We got-
God.
What? Oh, thank God. What is Gayleen down to?
29.
29.
Fuck off. Yeah.
29, and she has 4 armor.
All right. So Kelton, Nesbit, and Obed are subject to the heat ray. Green is Kelton, white is Nesbit, black is Obed. Kelton gets hit.
Yay.
8 damage. Oh, and it also takes Shadow of Death damage.
Oh, yes. 3.
Okay. It's funny because this thing does not have significantly more health than the mole. The mole lasted 2 rounds, but it's just the rolls are going differently this time around.
Galen doesn't get to hit it 5 times around.
It's true.
Kelton is going to stay in place where he is, and he's going to have Esmond take the shot.
All right.
All right.
12 plus 8. 20.
Hit. Now,
Do I do any extra damage?
Just the one act to hit.
11 damage.
11 damage.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, it's getting later, so the math in my head is...
Math is hard, huh?
Well, I'm about 3 stages of math right now.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things counting down.
Yeah.
I don't know what the pews are about. There's a laser light show. I don't know what lasers are.
Maybe we're in a planetarium. Isn't it all dome shaped?
Do the pews result in difficult terrain?
So, yes, what it means is that it takes 2 squares to enter the space of a pew and to leave it.
Ooh, shit.
Got it. Okay.
So, now, a large glowing circle appears in front of the southern wall that the arrows were pointing to, that the pews are facing.
How exciting.
Oh, guys, I
hope
kind of forgot about that about 16 seconds ago.
I hope it's an episode of Star Trek.
Yeah. Movie or Death Ray?
Really mean death ray since it has seating directly in front of it.
I know.
So now it moves again and doesn't provoke, and it's moved out of the Shadow of Death, and it takes 2 attacks. So 1 against Obed and 1 attacks Nesbit. Green is Nesbit, white is Obed.
Yes.
Yay.
A 2 and a 3. Miss both.
Even though Galen is behind Kelton, she's still like in hitting
Phalanx.
range? Yeah,
Yes.
with her pike.
You still have the upper hand,
I have the upper hand.
which means that you actually get an attack of opportunity because it didn't attack
How does she have the upper hand?
Because
She's
she's
a
flanking
reach
with
weapon.
Nesbit, who's right here.
Oh, that is still. Yep. Okay.
20. Boom! A natty 20. Galen does 14 damage.
All right.
Why doesn't Kelton get an attack of opportunity?
Did it include him?
No.
No, it
All
did
right.
not.
So Kelton also gets an opportunity attack.
18.
Boosh.
18 hits.
8 damage.
All right. It's about to crumple, but it's still moving.
Galen suddenly feels very vigorous, and she sees her opportunity to do some helmet splitting.
You've located the creature's helmet.
Yeah.
Dome sighted, splitting, active.
You just hear from behind you. Fuck him up, Galen.
You're gonna jinx it. I'm gonna roll like a 1. Just kidding.
Or
It's a 20.
Figure out that.
Jesus Christ.
Holy
That's 3
Max,
weapon.
max damage on helmet splitter.
Yeah.
splitter.
That's 3 weapon damage, right?
Christ.
All right.
Is that 3 weapon damage?
Yes.
3 weapon damage.
Plus strength.
Yeah.
Strength.
12.
Times 3.
36.
Plus.
2. 38.
That is officially the most damage anybody's done in a single hit.
Yep.
I just want to
That's
say
high beef.
you're welcome.
It
Elite
fucking
beef.
explodes.
Yes!
It had 7 health.
Y'all welcome. Y'all give Galen such shit for not moving fast enough and using her leap. But then she does this damn thing explodes.
Hey,
Y'all should be kissing ass.
we are not complaining about what you do when you do it.
I'm tired from killing the mole for you.
It's round 6.
We don't play often enough because you notice that Galen says, watch it be a 1. A 1 is a crit as well.
Yeah.
So this thing, the legs shake, and then the body of it collapses to the floor, and it hisses and falls down.
Does it
immobile.
deflate?
It does not deflate.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's not a giant balloon.
Probably hisses, though.
Yeah, and it goes...
like a whoopee cushion.
Yeah. But
That's
by the way,
cute.
my son calls whoopee cushion a fart bag.
That's really good.
He broke 2 of them in 12 hours.
Is your son?
Yep.
Dude, no, I know how that is. Because,
Yeah.
like, you're only supposed to inflate it a little bit, but when you get one, you get excited and you, like, fill it all the way up so that it's, like,
There is-
and then
You
just
inflate it
jump
yourself?
on that fucker.
Yeah, there's no amount of effective inflation that could stand up to a kid jumping and landing ass first on it. After its defeat, the glowing circle on the wall coalesces into a 3-dimensional image of various Tolden standing in a line, walking hunched and bound one by one into an enormous citadel. And above their heads, each is a symbol. Some are coins, some look like skulls, and others are completely unrecognizable. You don't know what they mean.
Are there any triangles?
Some involve triangles.
So there's
Can't be
definitely no
Guff.
guff around.
Told you, no guff.
They're all recognizably Tolden, and they all look different.
But they're bound in chains
Yeah.
by the guff. I
They're not
presume.
in, you don't see physical chains, but they are bound.
Okay.
And they're shuffling one behind the other. The image transitions to a single Tolden standing beneath a cylinder that is over his head. And above his head, between him and the cylinder, is a symbol of conjoined circles. A light shines down on him from the cylinder, and he collapses. The image pans to the right to see a hand removing one of the star-shaped amulets from a device. The amulet grows and enlarges. Like you would think of it as zooming in, but your characters don't know that term. Until it is the only item in focus. And it keeps growing until the gem in the middle of it is the only thing in focus. Then the amulet vanishes, and that same Tolden is now sitting at a desk, and a large figure stands in front of him with a hand extended, palm upwards, and above the palm float symbols that this Tolden is copying to paper on the desk. And now that same Tolden is standing, holding a sword, while a giant, fire-breathing lizard with wings rears back to strike. Above the lizard's head are more symbols in a row, and the Tolden is grinning. A triangle, so not guff, stylized, is now depicted rising from a flat plane, trailing behind it a dotted line. And as it ascends, it passes complicated objects suspended in the air, until a large object that looks like a ringless moon comes into and then fades from view. And the triangle grows smaller as the perspective no longer follows it, and it disappears among what could only be stars. Now it shifts to an image of a baby, with calm eyes and a gentle smile as it is lifted from a transparent crib by metal hands, and brought to a balcony by a humanoid construct of some kind that lifts it above the railing to see an alien landscape with a giant planet in the background. You would think of it as a gas giant as players. The symbol of the conjoined circles appears above the baby's head. Then that symbol cracks, crumbles, and fades away. The baby breathes in deep and then nods knowingly. The image fades, then resolves into the image of the star amulet. And then along the perimeter of the walls of the room you're standing in, triangles move out from the center of the image and depict the entrance. And all of the barricades lift.
Whoa.
And now the benches slowly start to sink into the floor again.
I would like to roll to see if I still believe these are guff ruins.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't know what. Here's the problem. I don't know what you're rolling against. That's what I need to.
I guess the previous bluff.
No, I think Esmond would just be confused,
Okay.
right? And he could raise that question, and
All right.
then that would give a chance to confirm a bluff. I also want to point out. I don't know how does Kelton feel about that.
He's like, man, did anyone else see a bunch of triangles?
Yeah, I saw a whole bunch of triangles.
Because that's offensive to me, that they would come in here and do that with triangles after all the guff had left, died, or whatever.
You don't feel like this was like the reason why this particular space was built?
Yeah, just like, guff, here's some triangles. Fuck you. It's vandalism. It's what it is.
How could someone have done that if they didn't make? This is that I know magic, and that wasn't magic, but it was magic. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, they used guff magic.
But that wasn't magic.
The amulet, you saw them.
Yeah.
They used the amulet.
Yeah.
They used it wrong, and then they killed that baby. It's just weird to me why they would come in here and do that.
What? They killed the baby?
Where's the baby?
Where's the anything? It was an image.
As a scholar, can I roll an intellect check to see if any of that was familiar?
Okay.
So I don't re-roll this because it's not a talent, but I get the +5 for being a scholar.
Because it's your profession, I can just tell you outright.
Okay.
Like, this is not a skill check in the sense is that you haven't studied anything that seems similar to this before.
Okay.
This seems like entirely new.
I think everyone's just like, holy shit. They broke in here. They did that. That's why we don't trust triangles.
Yeah, I guess that kind of aligns with my confusion, maybe.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. Well,
No.
I think we need a bluff and opposed for Esmond to be opposing this.
Because I've had several reasons to now question his intelligence over the last few adventures.
I will give Esmond, but because he's believed it every time,
Yes.
I'm only giving you a +2.
Can I?
All right.
Can I oppose since I'm the one that I did the intellect check that I was arguing with him?
Roll, bitch.
Can I use momentum on this?
Has he ever bluffed your character?
Just the one time when we landed and he said that the sound was guff.
So Kelton is bluffing the group now, but he's only being opposed by Esmond and Obed.
He wants to know if he uses momentum. If he's using momentum, he rolls first.
He does get to use momentum.
I'm not going to. Doesn't mean that much.
I really want it.
14.
16.
Nope. 1.
Isn't a 1 a crit?
No.
Nah, only
No,
for you.
only
too.
piercing weapons and wands on attacks.
But not Kelton's piercing wit.
All right, so both of you know that he was lying about this specific instance.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe the guff gave the Tolden this room. Because this room obviously
I am
told him.
even suspect of that. But this is definitely... It involves the amulets. There's a lot of things that just no longer make sense.
Hey, does
We all know that the amulets are guff. Whatever anyone else does, like look what happened with Portia when she got a guff amulet. Bitch went crazy. We all know that, right?
Wait a second. There was a symbol over a Tolden. And then the same symbol over a baby, right?
I don't know what they do with their crazy shit. Guff made the amulets, then they left them somewhere.
What if it carries a soul?
Oh, like a
The
reincarnation.
amulet got a person in it or something is what you're saying?
Sorta. And then she let it loose.
What's a soul?
It's a thing you don't have and don't need to worry
Yeah,
about.
Guff don't have that.
Are we carrying around some of those?
Yeah, ones that are empty, though, I think.
We better stay away from babies.
Yeah, that's
think
kind
that's
of my
good.
mentality in general, yeah.
I think it's good advice for Kelton.
Yeah. I mean, they taste good, but like, I'm an archaeologist. You know? I dig up things and I look at things and I'm like, oh, there's some shards of pottery. That must mean that people did this. I'm not an expert on everything. Everything.
No, you're not an expert on giant citadels made of money that seem to be able to do things beyond my possible imagination.
Okay, you build a tower, and then you leave, and then someone else comes into the tower and does bad stuff in there. You're not responsible for what happens in the tower just because you built it. We built the tower, and then some crazy Tolden came in and killed a baby. I don't know.
I really don't think he's been paying attention to the rest of this conversation, and that's fine.
I blame triangles.
What the shit even was that? Weird ass Tolden shit happening.
Yeah, was that here?
I don't know. It looked like it was made of fucking diorite.
And I know it
or
wasn't
something.
magic.
Can we eat it?
Galen?
Yeah.
Well, maybe,
Yeah.
you ever seen a crab?
Oh, yeah, you gotta crack the shell.
Could be good stuff in there.
Go right ahead, dude.
I need you to cook it.
If you find meat in that thing, I'll cook it for you.
Can I grab the wind dagger
I was actually just about to say, hey, while
and
we're discussing that, I
not
think I left
tell
something over.
anyone?
You're going to have to roll a stealth check.
I don't. Do I have?
Why
Is
would
that
you
like?
take that away from somebody in our party who will benefit you for having?
Because
Finders
Yeah,
keepers.
Galen doesn't give
You
a fuck.
snooze, you
Yeah,
lose.
Galen is a selfish person.
Yeah.
I'm really sad that she beat me to speaking because I was literally just waiting for everybody so I could open my mouth to say.
Well, I mean, you're actively trying to
Okay,
look for
yeah,
it.
so-
If she's going to beat you to it, like you're in a well-lit room. She is on the opposite side of this creature
That's
that
true.
you
Oh,
are
yeah,
on the
that's true.
side
I'm
of.
next to it. So.
I'm going to give her a -5 to even attempt to do it without seeing it. Like you're gonna have to roll a stealth check to act like you're not being conspicuous when you're even going over there.
Sneaky. I'm gonna do it.
All right.
right.
Let's.
What
So
do I
you haven't
roll?
done it. This is just roll a d20,
Okay.
add your dexterity, then -5.
7 plus 5 minus 5 is 7.
Okay. Nesbit, give me an awareness check.
Are there any modifiers on that? Oh, I have intuition. Is that Nah, that probably wouldn't be.
No, it's
It
because
might be.
she's trying not to be conspicuous.
Oh, okay.
Intuition counts here.
Yeah, you follow your gut.
So you add your
Should've asked
intelligence.
me to do it.
I think we're all still arguing.
My
while they're
talent
doing
is
this.
low key.
15.
15.
Obi, I would never ask you to do something like this.
You see Galen waddling,
sidestepping.
like whistling as she does it.
Hands behind her back.
But she probably whistles just as well as she winks.
Yeah.
So it's like,
She doesn't have lips.
And she's like, "Don't look at me."
Oh, yeah. Weasel Man, how's it going over there, yeah?
going good. Going good. I was,
Yeah. I'm here to get some meat because the fireman said he'd cook it for me, yeah? So I'm just hanging out, yeah?
right?
Over here.
Okay.
And, yeah, just, how's it going, yeah?
The fuck are you doing?
To try and look suave, Galen pulls out a snack and eats it.
Roll for a suave with your composure.
What?
Just roll.
3.
Galen is extremely obvious.
No, she's extremely unsuave. Crumbs everywhere.
Oh no, my Nutri-Grain bar. In case anyone wants to know, I am now down to 40 snacks.
That's
like
Keep careful track of that.
Yeah.
I freaking
Okay, is that hole still open where the leather thing went
Yes.
into? Kelton wants to stick his head into the hole that the leather thing went into.
Okay, it looks like it had been opened from this side, so from the room you're in, by this creature. It had been widened to try to get at what was in there, because this looks like a small hole that is a very small diameter, and it was trying to dig through the wall to get to the creature that was in there.
Ooh, so what does the hole look like? This small hole? Is it just...
So you as a player would know that it looks like a duct, but Kelton's like, well, it's a weird money hole. Like,
More goddamn Tolden and vandalism.
So the projection stopped entirely?
yes,
Okay, it's not looping or anything?
no,
and it's
it is now an amulet that is just static.
I want the amulet.
Go grab it. Go try and grab it.
Go get
Okay.
it.
It
Go
was
try and grab
my
it.
turn. I was
Oh,
asking
sorry,
about
sorry,
it.
sorry.
Obi would like to go get the amulet.
Okay, Obi goes over and reaches for it, and his hand just passes through it. It's a very large amulet that is insubstantial.
Obi, try harder, yeah? Use your hands.
You're not doing it right.
Obi, just grab it. Obi, you're cursed. First you get eat by the mole. First you get eat by the mole, and now you can't get the thing.
I mean, anyone else is welcome to try.
None of us can get it now.
Maybe I'm too slippery.
Oh,
That looks
Obi.
pretty ghostly, so I don't think you could grab it.
Kelton would like to walk up also to the projection
Uh-huh.
with an amulet already in his palm, kind of hidden from the group, just to show up Obi.
Okay.
So he reaches in and he goes, "Hey, I got it."
Dr.
Look at it.
Professor.
Obi, you should've
I
just
think
grabbed
that
it.
I think that's a deception.
I think it is too.
Do it. Roll.
All right, he's spending momentum.
16.
All right, what am I rolling?
It's awareness, which is
Awareness.
just your intellect.
4.
Obi, Dr. Professor, he uncursed ya.
Obi looks down at his hands that are silvery and slippery, and he's just confused.
Maybe your hands don't work.
Fish out of water, Obi. Dr. Professor, thank you so much for curing Obi.
You're welcome.
I was real worried.
I don't feel cured.
I am
Don't
a
worry,
doctor.
Obi. You won't get eaten by any more moles.
I can promise you that.
No, they can't. They can't promise you.
I
that.
was gonna ask for promises.
I guarantee it.
I can promise you his guarantees mean less than nothing.
I'm so confused on the baseline of trust I have here with you guys.
Go ahead and assume that if we see another mole, stay away from his goddamn mouth.
You didn't pay me my first day of work.
Listen, Obed, we're kind of on the honor system.
Shouldn't you be used to working for someone who doesn't really, like, pay you or honor you or care about you all that much?
Interns are basically slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, that's why you work for me now, Obi. I got you away from that man.
I mean, we're not leaving this cave system, like, alive, like you might say. But
Meanwhile, Nesbit is going to go over to that hole that the creature went in, and hey, anybody fucking in there?
And it's like your voice rings back to you. It's not quite an echo because it curves around, but it's like it sounds bright. The wall's very reflective. And you get the sense that out of all of you, Nesbit could fit in there.
Oh, yeah.
Do I see anything like
It
what is
curves. It curves away.
Oh, jeez.
John McClane.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. Esmond, you wanna come over here, take a look in, see what you see?
Sure. It's a hole.
What do you think? The thing that went in there. Do we go after it? Do you go after it?
Can I even fit in this thing?
It's worth a shot.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not making.
I'll give you a shove.
The only reason that Nesbit would fit in there is because he is the smallest and he's literally a weasel.
Yeah, I can't fit in that thing.
Dagger in your teeth.
You could.
Here's the thing. I am curious. I am also creeped the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that I've expected to see at any goddamn point in this day. But there's got to be something we could do about this.
You know, there's an old caravanner's saying, never split the party.
Yeah, but there's also another old caravaner saying, yeah, Weasel Man, curiosity killed the cat, and you are a weasel.
That is actually fairly true.
is it a saying, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not a caravaner, but we say similar things. There's a lot of folksy wisdom in it.
At this point, I've heard it at least once.
Obed, for being so smart, sometimes you're like the dumbest guy.
Yeah, there's a memory lapse problem. It's genetic.
For that combat, everybody gets 4 momentum.
Yay.
For the roleplay aspect afterwards, I will say that Kelton and Esmond each get 1 momentum.
Can't believe you guys beat my deception.
You roll it a whole bunch. We're going to win eventually.
We've been walking a while. I feel like we should maybe this is just me, but I'm kind of tired. Should we rest?
No, that sounds real
I don't
stupid.
know. How many hours has it been?
I would say, let's see, you went down. So it
took
took you
a couple
several hours
hours
to get down here.
Yeah.
And then I would say you've been going at this for probably around 7-8 hours.
Okay.
That's less than I thought. But on top of the walking,
And on top of having 2 brutal fights.
Yeah.
well,
3.
3 fights, 2 brutal ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you already had a rest in the mole. Well, we were fighting. You were just kind of hanging out. But if you need a break,
Obi, if you need to take a nap, it's okay.
Nesbit, I got a terrible idea.
Normally you're the one with the not terrible ideas. What do you...
It might be the best one we got, but it's not great.
I could help.
Do you want to go after this thing?
I'm not so sure.
Well, if you do, we can tie a rope around you. And if you tug, we'll pull you right out.
Tug 10 times for us to pull you out.
I was going to say 3, but fine.
9 times if you're fine. 10 times if you're in danger.
How much time between tugs before I get worried?
It's like a double click.
A what?
Exactly.
Well, other than our goal of trying to get through the other side, this is like the biggest, most substantial area that we've come across. It seems like a kind of a focal point of this.
Are there any
thing.
other doors to this room?
No, there are not. So this may be going, because you literally can't see the room and see what's changed. A thing to remember is that when the lights came on, they came on everywhere.
Ooh.
There may be things going on elsewhere, like
think-
this pew situation.
Or maybe that other
Or
door
like,
that
I was
was
going to say like a
locked.
door, maybe. Or definitely the room with the children that we slaughtered.
I'm uncertain. What does everybody think?
Do you want us to vote if you go into the hole or not?
I'm with whatever decision you make, boss.
Oh, no, this is out of character. I'm asking, like, what do we as a party think is...
I'd say go into the hole.
I'm with whatever what you say, boss.
Since this hole doesn't exist based on the way that this compound or whatever it is built.
Yeah, where the fuck is
that
that
Sorry,
going?
sorry. Can you explain?
The hole in the wall was made by the Colossus that we just fought.
No.
It was altered.
It's a vent.
Right, it's a vent, but it's not a doorway or a pathway.
It does not look like it was made for things to intentionally travel down.
Correct.
Something was in there, and the Colossus tried to break through the wall to get at it.
Right. At least my interpretation of that would be the equivalent of something in a room trying to kill a rat behind a wall. But now that everything's turned on, I feel like now we've got a whole different approach to everything else.
I'm intrigued by the shrieking now.
Also, we don't know what you're going to find in this vent.
Yeah.
And if it's a new open area, how the fuck do we get there?
Yeah, you say that I'm the only one that could fit in there, then that probably means it's a snug fit, and my ability to defend myself in there is probably limited.
I mean, you could probably bite something in front of you if you had to.
Yeah, no.
I would much rather be able to double stab things.
Okay. You would get the sense that it looks precarious. I don't want to dissuade you from making a decision, but you would, if you were to look at it.
And also kind of who Nesbit is, he probably doesn't like this.
Yeah, imagine if you found a vent that only you could fit through.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And not even with
Nesbit
the
probably wouldn't do
intention
this.
of, I need to go through this vent to get to this room. Like, we don't
Literally
even have
just,
a goal.
Let's
Like,
see what's in there.
Exactly.
The scariest scene in Aliens for me is watching Bishop crawl through that tube. That is like, that's scarier than anything else in that whole movie for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Nesbit's not getting in there. Curiosity, not as strong as not liking the idea of crawling through a little hole, and our archaeologist probably not being able to count to as many tugs as he thinks I need to pull on it to get retracted.
It's simple system. 9 if you're okay, 10 if you need help.
Let's look around a little more now that we no longer only have Esmond's ass to go on as far as visibility.
You love my ass. Stop saying that.
I do.
It's pretty hot.
Good job, everyone. He's holding up the amulet in his hand.
How about a complete loss?
Yeah.
Tight.
Bless you.
I don't know, man. I just grabbed it. You know what? That might prove that this is guff, that you weren't able to touch it.
Maybe the other people put the triangles around it to protect it from the guff.
Oh, bastards.
It's
Galen would be
so
on his side.
difficult to be in a party with people who are actively undermining plot progress. And then
Isn't it?
have to follow it. Like, I roll and I go, well, that bullshit sounds good, I guess.
That's the difference between this and a video game.
Let's go take a look around. We're near the area opposite the entrance.
Yes.
Correct. And so take a look around, make sure there's nothing else here, but let's move back towards the way we came in. I don't know. I think Obi's onto something. It's been a rough day. Let's go find Bolivo and regain our bearings. Take it easy for a little bit. Maybe have a snack.
Now, well, I guess out of character question, what is the motivation behind you guys wanting to camp or rest?
I don't know. I don't have it right
Just
now.
that it's been a long time.
Oh,
and
so
we've-
it's just an in character.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we need to kind of just
Right.
chill, because normally DMs get frustrated at players because they get all their spells back. You guys are tip top.
Yeah.
If you healed up, like,
Yeah,
that's why I was
Right, and since we don't have any dailies, there's actually no benefit. But
he does that. You did use your daily, didn't you?
I have not.
Oh.
To me, it was literally just if I was playing a character and I fucking walked like all these hours. And then
Two
followed
battles.
this
Just
Yeah.
curious. It is a thing
Okay.
in RPGs that they were like, oh, should we camp in the thing because we got to get all this and we were down health and we got to we got to prepare our spells again and we got to do this, and that's not the case. So I was just curious about the motivation.
Yes.
All right. Can we just pretend that as characters we did that and then just like move on, I guess?
You can do that.
I'm the asshole in video games who like goes back to base every now and again after
Oh,
a
yeah,
few
for
messages.
sure.
Be like, I missed home.
I mean, I don't know if that's fun and engaging roleplay at the moment. So
I think it sounds realistic. I was curious. Where do you want to head back? Where are you looking to?
I like the idea of going back to Bolivo.
yeah,
And the way forward, yeah.
If that's where we're going to rest before we then go look back at the door.
that's my feeling.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that idea.
Judging where you are now, you are at the southernmost point of this place that you've been to. So to go back to Bolivo, you're going to have to leave the room you entered, cross a ravine, get back up into the tube, travel probably about 1,000 feet, few hundred maybe. Take a right at a 4-way junction where a bunch of the way forward had died, and you enter another large dome where they are holding out.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you begin.
All right.
So you leave the room, and the lights are on. The ravine doesn't have its own lights, but the light bleeds down into the ravine, and you see large creatures down there. Not as big as the mole, not as big as the creature you just fought, but large insect creatures. They have not yet seen you.
Are they moving? Like, are they alive?
They're alive. They're moving around doing their
Shit,
stuff.
how do we miss these on the
Do
way
they have
in?
eyes?
They might have been there the whole time. To be continued. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We really appreciate everybody who listens to this program. This has been so much fun for us so far. If you just listened to this, you should know we're getting closer to closing up Chapter 1 of Echoes of the Starcrypt, and we're going to begin a new campaign with Liam as GM, and then probably Max next. And then we'll hopefully soon begin Chapter 2 of Echoes of the Starcrypt. Bring back all the characters you love and the ones you hate, namely the GM. So if you like this game and you want to play it with your friends, check out our Patreon. At the $5 tier, you get all of the releases that we do, including all the rule books. We're about to release another one. If we haven't already, we probably should have by the time that this airs. And at the $10 tier, you get to create your own NPC, and some of them stick around. I mean, Bolivo was a fan-created NPC, and we've got some coming up when they get out of this dungeon that are real doozies. So check us out on patreon.com/RPGFS, and you can become a patron yourself. Even at the $1 tier, you get some great content.
Also, you can find us on facebook.com/RPGFS.
We're also on Instagram, RPG from Scratch, all one word.
We also post everything on Twitter at Homebrew Hombres.
So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and until next time, stay safe, stand watch, and get a full rest.